Hello, and welcome to Chocolate Cover Games. This is the monthly melt segment of games played
Yep.
for the month of July 2022.
Yeah,
For this month of July, we've played a total of five
five
games.
games. Yep.
Well, 4.5 games because we're still currently in the midst of a game
Yeah.
fulfillment.
So the first game we played was Marvel Dice Throne.
Yep. That's Dice Throne, Skin, the Marvel characters. Still a great game.
Yeah, still one of my top three.
Yep.
It's my number 2 game.
It's a good chuck and dice game.
Um,
It's all the fun of Yahtzee, funner.
yeah, I love Dice Throne. So you destroyed me.
Oh, my character
Well,
demolished you.
I think Thor was sort of overpowering.
I think to your character, yes.
Yeah,
Well, I also use the tokens better.
yeah. Well, I didn't roll anything to get my token.
Yeah.
So I think I played Captain Marvel, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
No, you played Black Widow, didn't you?
No.
I didn't.
But Marvel Dice Throne, great game. I don't even know what to say about Dice Throne.
Yeah, they just keep pumping. It's gonna be one of those things where eventually they're gonna stop, but I can see them getting at least 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the Santa one coming. Santa Crump. I was gonna say
Krampus.
I was gonna say Crumpus.
Yep. He's the British
Yeah.
boy. He steals the crumpets.
They claim that's gonna be here by Christmas. I
Did you back that?
I did back it.
Okay. Well, the guy claims he never has money.
I bet. Well, that's why I don't have money because I
Okay.
backed that.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, mainly because Santa's carrying an axe.
Like-
Why? I don't know.
Well, Santa's more violent through other history.
Yep.
He is.
But yeah, that is true. Marvel Dice Throne, actually just Dice Throne in general. Great game.
Yep.
And that is, I don't want to say the wrong company. That is Roxley,
Yeah.
and the Op,
Yeah, they teamed up together for that.
because it's Marvel.
Yeah.
Next game we played was from Weird City Games.
This Canopy.
This is Canopy.
Okay.
Man, nice looking game.
Oh yeah.
Very nice looking game. Fits my niche of filler type game.
The only thing I'll negatively say about Canopy is it never felt like a game where you were playing against somebody. At no point did I feel like I was playing against you. It felt like I had my own stuff going on.
Well, because you're trying to build your forest, but I thought it somewhat was like pushing your luck to build that tallest tree, because okay, do I need to keep going to get the tallest, or do I need to close it till I have the most?
I mean, the only time it kind of felt like we were playing against each other was during the hate drafting, because you draft the cards back and forth.
Yeah, but I don't know. I felt like I was playing against you because, again, I'm watching you build your forest, and I'm trying to decide, okay, do I just want to go for the most trees, which I ended up doing. Granted, I didn't score very high with some of the tall trees, but I ended up with the most trees finished. So it is that, do I push my luck and go to have the tallest this round, or do I close off and have the most? And I thought it was thinky.
I was too focused on my side. I look at the cards and I'm like, okay, what combos with the cards I've already drafted? And at no point did I think, oh, what does Doug need? I'm like, I was too busy thinking, what do I need?
Yeah, I mean, and under mechanics here, it does push your luck.
Yeah.
And it is pushing your luck with trying to build those taller trees. Thought the artwork was great.
Yep. Lovely artwork.
The artwork is Vincent Dutray, so it's going to be really nice artwork. And is yours a deluxe version?
It is.
I thought that was nice having though I almost, the wooden meeples I thought they're just brown.
Because they're just wooden.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, the meeples really don't play a big part.
No.
Even the non-wooden meeples, like the non-standard, all it does is show that you closed off the
Yeah.
tree.
But the colorful artwork of those, I think, would stood out more.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the wooden meeples actually made it easier to tell which ones were closed because if we would use the punch outs, the colorful animals would have blended into the colorful trees.
yeah, but I don't know. Good. I think it's a good game.
Oh yeah, it's still a fantastic game.
I definitely enjoyed that. Next game we played was Seasons of Rice.
Yep.
That is from Button Shy.
Yep.
Finally got that to the table. We've owned that for a while. I liked it, but it was. This is where I want to say being a micro game like that hindered it.
Okay.
Actually, I think what hindered it was being able to see the lines on the cards.
The lines could have been a little bit thicker, or not a neutral color, because they were trying to keep it.
Well, they were black, but they blended in. They didn't make them dark.
Yeah.
So when you had to line up the lines,
In this game you're playing, I believe it's Malaysian rice paddy owners. They said what country in the rules, but you own rice fields, and you have to keep your ox near your barns and your fields away.
well, no, the ox were how many had closed into each fenced in area.
And like their other games, they take advantage of the back sides of the cards, where each back of the card is a different way to score.
Yeah.
And you get draft one, I believe, or you give them one at random.
Yeah.
And that's how you score differently than the other person.
Yeah. Would I say it's my favorite Button Shy game? No. But I thought it was good.
Yeah, it was decent.
I thought it was good.
I put it in my top 10.
It's Cambodian.
Cambodian.
Yeah. I do like the puzzliness of it. But again, Button Shy just they do so well with.
I was gonna say what I liked about this game is it's stuck to 18 cards and that's it. But no, there are in our
Expansions.
thing there's one expansion.
Yeah.
And that we do own. It has 2 more cards, but it breaks the rules. That's the only thing that ever makes me angry about Button Shy. Like we just got Rover in. And if it's a good enough game to stand on 18 cards, you don't need 5 more expansions. Now, I got the expansion with it because, that's when you do it with Button Shy.
Yeah.
You get them all at once. And if I really
Like
like...
any other games, you don't need the expansion.
Yeah.
Like that Skulls of Sedlick, you don't need those expansions.
Does it make it fun? Yeah, it
It
you
really
more.
changes it up.
There's the Button Shy games that people like, they make more of stuff, which makes sense. But then that argues the point. You're no longer an 18. There's very few Button Shy games I can think of that are just 18 cards.
But you can get just the 18 cards and play them.
You can, but no one does.
Is Tussie Mussy just 18 cards, or does that have expansion?
We have 3 walls of Tussie Mussy.
Okay. But each wallet only holds 18 cards.
No, they pack more than 18 in some of those. The only one I can think of that's just 18 cards, off the top of my head right now, is the super awesome, amazing wrestling one. I think it's called. And that one,
that baking one.
Well, no, because we have 3 expansions for that.
Yeah, that Super Pro League Wrestling one or whatever. Yeah, I think that's only 18 cards.
Yeah, I think every other Button Shy game we have has at least 1 expansion with it.
We're gonna need another carrying pack.
They only do those so often. Next time they do it, I'm back in for 2 packs.
Yeah, you're gonna need to.
Because they only do these the bags once every like 2-3 years.
Yeah, and ours is full, and we have a lot of games sitting around.
Well,
maybe they'll come up with something different, like the Button Shy briefcase.
The Button Shy big box.
Yeah,
it's just a massive box.
Everybody else is doing it.
Yeah. If it was a big box that showed you where to slot your things in, it would make me paranoid to have to get the other ones because they've had, I think they said 90 wallet games out, And we don't have all 90. We're only at like 30. We're like 60 short.
Yeah, and well, some of them aren't in print anymore.
Well, they do reprints every now and then.
Sort of like we have the multiverse DC deck builder, and we don't have everything for in there.
Yeah.
But I was going to say Star Tours, but that's a ride.
We don't own the ride.
Star Realms just has that new, like, they're on their, like, third gigantic box, and it started out with, like, just a deck of cards.
40 cards, yeah.
And now they're on their huge thing. So, yeah, Button Shy is going to get to, like...
Well, this is their new big legacy box.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Button Shy is going to need, like, a tray. Well, we can go to, like, Hobby Lobby or Michael's, like, that guy had for Legendary, where he bought that, like... Chest and had everything. We could make our own Button Shy chest.
What we need to do is come up with a great storage solution and take it with us to PAX Unplugged and pitch it to the guys at Button Shy.
The Button Shy wallet.
Actual wallet.
Yeah.
This one's 4 games in one.
You know, well, so it's just a little bifold wallet. For the games that have like 6 expansions, maybe you do like the trifold wallet.
Then for the deluxe one, it's the trifold with the thing that flips up.
Yeah. See, we're thinking here.
Well, no, we don't.
Somebody's stealing our idea as we talk.
We need to promote women gaming because they're half the market or more.
Yeah, the Button Shy purse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Purse games.
See? Always thinking ahead.
We're just going to get the backpack.
The Button Shy backpack?
Yeah.
If they made it, people would buy it.
Who is it that does those really nice bags? Is it like Board Game Tables? I think it's Board Game Tables does like the bags everybody raves about.
I think that's...
Because Board Game Tables started just doing tables, then they went into games, and then into bags.
Yeah. And it's still known as Board Game Tables.
Yeah.
Unfortunate naming convention.
But yeah, so that's Seasons of Rice.
Yep.
And our very weird rabbit hole of Button Shy games.
Somebody steal our ideas. Because he might make them more successful than we would.
But we love Button Shy games. So anytime we play Button Shy, yes, you're going to get
the Button Shy random, this is not 18 games for me.
Yeah.
You'll minimally get that rant.
So the next game we played at a convention. We actually did go to a convention. It's the only game we played at the convention.
Yep.
Because the convention was winding down. We only went the last day. Mm-hmm. And if we wouldn't have sat and talked around with these guys, we would have been out in 3 hours like I called.
Oh, it would have been shorter than that.
Yeah.
It would have been like a 2-hour convention for us for like an hour drive.
No, it's only like 35 minutes. But we went to Historicon 2022. We will definitely go back.
Maybe.
Well, because I'd like to. That's the only place we're going to get to play a historical miniatures game.
Yeah.
They have one in the fall here called Fall In. I might volunteer for it. Because watching some reviews of it, and now I'm sure that those people watch our reviews, some things they could do, and I partially agree with it. But they did have a board game library. Now, it wasn't up and going Sunday when we were there.
Yeah.
Is that something we could help with? Maybe. But there were some like mini games or some other type of those games that I did see. One I thought about getting, Fistful of Lead. I thought it looked cool. Definitely want to look though for Cowboys 2. I think that looks awesome. We saw a small box that was part of it.
Yeah.
But that Wild West Exodus, we already saw that. Like,
I'm still a big fan of that.
But we saw a bunch of that like on sale.
Yeah, because
Problem with that is you've got to pick one era. You've got to pick one game.
Yep.
Because it gets so expensive.
Baseline box is a couple hundred.
And because there was that one that I looked at that looked awesome where it had like, it was like CMON for war gamers.
Yeah.
Where it was like 800 plastic minis, but I mean these minis are like that tall versus the CMON, let's throw in like one 8-foot tall mini.
Well, I told you, if we ever got into this, the type of battle and era we go with would be naval. Because you don't have to buy terrain because you just throw them down. Blue Club, you're like, every battle's in the ocean.
Well, you can do that for air too.
Yeah.
And get some like cotton ball clouds.
Yeah. It's,
anyways.
it's either all dogfighting or ship fighting.
Yeah. So, the game we did play was not a Historical Minis game. It was actually a board game.
Yeah.
And it was Caesar, Seize Rome in 20 Minutes by PSC, Plastic Soldier Company.
Yeah.
They do Blitzkrieg.
They do.
So this is the second in the line of that. And I thought it was a good game.
Oh, it's a decent game. I got destroyed, but
No, actually not really. You didn't get, well, yeah, you did.
I only put out one victory token.
Yeah, I really destroyed you.
The only way you could have destroyed me more if I didn't put out any victory token.
Yeah, which I beat you in Blitzkrieg too on the very last move.
Yeah.
That was close. I literally just...
Yeah. Blitzkrieg I thought was a little bit more balanced than this. This suffers from what I told the guy. It suffers from the dots game problem, where you're making the boxes. Once the first player can make a box and chain them, then they're going to win. That's what happened here, because every move I had would start making closures for boxes, and that's what you got. You're like, I'm able to close this box.
Well, no, because I went to the opposite side of the board of you.
Yeah, but I was trying to stay away from you because I didn't want to make boxes to close.
What helped me is I could draw... When I got that first, that I could draw an extra thing,
Yeah.
that really helped.
Yeah. But then there was a point where you were able to... You closed off a box that let you take another turn. So you were able to close off a box that let you close another turn. Then you closed off another section.
And the thing is, I closed off the right ones, because when I closed off the one that the one I closed off, I couldn't take any of the victory markers. But then the second one I closed let me take two.
Yeah.
And I was able to close off the right things.
Yeah. My only hope towards the end of the game was trying to close off, I forget what they call them. They call them councils, I believe. They were the mausoleum thing, where you only had to close off 4. But they were, because they're randomly put out where these pieces go, they were put in such places that I wasn't able to be the one to close off any of them myself. Like, I would have been the one to put the one before.
Well, I stayed away when there was something where I would have put it that you would have closed something.
Yeah.
I went to the opposite side of the board.
Yeah, well,
Just randomly placed something.
Well, see,
And you could have did that, but for some reason you didn't.
well, I did at the end there, because at the beginning I went down the middle of the board. I'm like, okay, I want to create
And see, I didn't.
Yeah. Well, I figured my best bet was to close off the middle and then start separating. And, I wasn't able to start separating because you started sweeping down.
Well, I actually started at the top and bottom. I sort of alternated, and because your thought was going from the inside out,
Yeah.
as I started closing in stuff on my own, you couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, up at the top of the board, I closed in like 3 things on my own.
Yeah.
Because you went from the inside out, and because you went inside out and I sort of came top down, once I started closing off stuff, I started meeting with you.
Yeah, I think I only closed off like 2 things, and both times I didn't get to place a victory token because our points tied. So that really hurt me.
Yeah.
So, other than that,
I think I just ended up, by dumb luck, having a better strategy. By separating my play versus you going inside out.
yeah. Still a fun game,
I would have liked to play it again.
I still think Blitzkrieg was slightly more fun, in my opinion. But it's still a good game.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where this line goes. We did get to talk to the people there quite a bit.
Mainly because the people there weren't talking to them since they weren't miniatures.
Yeah, and they did have some of their miniature stuff there.
Yeah.
So we got to talk quite a bit to them. There is some more coming in this line, we believe. But yeah, definitely watch. If you like Blitzkrieg, you'll like this.
I think they said they're showing a new one at Gen Con coming up here.
Yeah.
It's the dogfighting one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So if you're going to
I think
Gen
it's
Con,
already on their website.
Yeah, maybe. So if you're going to Gen Con, check them out. They might be showing their newest
Which
game.
I think, as this comes out, Gen Con is going on.
I think Gen Con starts the end of this week.
I'm not sure. So that was...
Man, we're a terrible gaming channel if we can't pinpoint when Gen Con's
Yeah.
happening.
Caesar sees around in 20 minutes. And the last game we played this month, which we're currently in the middle of, is Choose Your Own Adventure House of Danger.
Fun activity.
Choose Your Own Adventure. It's sort of a game activity. You've killed us twice.
You've killed us more.
You only killed us once.
No, you've killed us more than once.
No, because you killed us when we got buried alive. You killed us when we got knocked off the roof.
Yeah, that's twice.
And I didn't get us killed, or I only got us killed once. I don't remember why I got us killed.
You know, I'll consider this game an activity only out of spite that people say, you know...
And it does have dice rolling.
Well, see, people claim Drop Mix is an activity, which is a full-fledged game. I would say Drop Mix is more of a game than this. So if people call it Drop Mix an activity, this is an activity.
Don't want to give too much of it away because it's story-driven, choose your own adventure. I really enjoyed it because I liked those books when I was little, where you got to the end of the page and they're like, you know, you can choose to do this, go here. Choose to do that, go here. So I do know that there are more in this series.
I think there's only one additional one out right now. The easiest way to play this game is to look at all the cards first and then work your story backwards.
Yeah.
That'd be the best way to go about. I wonder how confusing a Choose Your Own Adventure book would be if you just read it like a normal book from start to finish.
I don't know. Now I want to do that.
You start reading and it's like, oh, I died. You flip the page. As I enter, it's like, how did I get here?
Though we did learn not to mess with certain animals.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that. But that was Choose Your Own Adventure, House of Danger. Z-Man. Don't want to go too much into it again because we don't want to ruin it for anybody.
Yeah.
So I guess you do your least favorite game of the month, which is hard this month.
Well, what we had Dice Throne,
Canopy, Seasons of Rice, Caesar, and Choose Your Own Adventure.
I guess it's a toss-up between Choose Your Own Adventure, because I'm claiming it's not a game. It's still fun. And Caesar.
Because you got destroyed?
Well, no, because I like I said, I think it hinders from the problem from the dot game. Where once somebody makes the first box, they can start chaining boxes. But I'll go with Choose Your Own Adventure.
Alright, as your least favorite.
Just because I think it falls in the realm of not really a game, but fun activity.
And that's my favorite game.
There you go. It's okay to like activities.
Now, I guess my favorite game, even though I got destroyed, Marvel Dice Throne.
Yeah.
Just because I love Dice Throne.
It's a good series.
What games have you played this month? Have you played any of the games we played? Let us know what you think. Do like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, share.
Yep, we're getting closer to 50 subscribers. I believe we're at 39.
Tell people about the channel.
Yep. Enjoy Gen Con if you're going.
Yep.
Which may or may not be going on right now as this video is going on.
If you went to Historicon 2022, let us know.
Yep.
Or if you're going to Fall In 2022, I'm sure there aren't any historical miniature people watching us, but maybe there is. But thanks for watching.
Yep. As always, stay sweet.